people get to know a little bit about each other, and then we start talking about safer sex, and yet all those traditional societal taboos about talking about sex are sort of smashed, and people get to open up and get to share. And the whole way through, it's fun. And by the end, people are, well, they're laughing and they're hugging and their warm, welcome, supportiveness is all there. Very good reaction. Even those who come in who are really quiet, by the end are usually talking and saying something. There's a lot of shyness initially, and that over the course of the 3 hours for the M group, it goes away, and they get to come out and sort of have fun and play with us.
And the sending people out kind of as ambassadors or whatever, that's sort of one of the innovative things about the Empowerment Project. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Sure.
I know you mentioned it before, but just pretend you didn't. Just
absolutely.
Talk about that a little bit.
Another thing that we do in the M groups is, as we're sharing different ways that we can touch the community, are to invite those people who are attending to take little invitation packages out into the community to their friends. And we ask them even to think about who they can invite at that time, and then make a commitment to themselves, to their friends, to give them the invitation packages and to get the word out about the Empowerment Project and also about safer sex and what that means, because they care about their friends. It's very peer-based, so that's what we're trying to go for, is to create ambassadors who go out and represent the Empowerment Project.
Just one more thing about that. We know that not everyone out there is going to get through an M group, right? So part of it is to like send guys out, and they're touching the people you might not get to touch. I mean, it seems to be in some way, right? Can you talk about that?
Sure. We know that not everyone in the city, not every young gay and bisexual man is going to come through an M group, and that's significant because we want everyone to be touched in some way or another by the Empowerment Project, or at least to get the message that safer sex is important, and we need health in our community. So we ask those who have attended an M group to go out and tell their friends, to talk about safer sex with their friends, to share the Empowerment Project's goals with their friends, knowing that they may not come through an M group, but that the norm that we've established within the M group will be spread throughout the city.
Okay, just talk a little bit, very briefly, about how you do publicity that you don't do in the mainstream.
Okay. The Empowerment Project focuses most of its publicity efforts or its media efforts within the press that's sort of alternative or gay. We want to be very visible within the young gay men's community, but we don't necessarily feel a need to be visible outside that arena. So we touch on those reporters who are gay friendly and within the gay press. There are several other ways, like the internet, that we can use. We do flyers where we know young gay men are going to congregate. We have posters set up. We hand out personal invitation. A lot of it is word of mouth. That's what we do.
How important do you think this is that it's peer-led, that it's not, somebody hired from somewhere else to say, now you do this, now you do that? Talk a little bit about that.
One of the strengths of the Empowerment Project is that it is peer-led. We establish a core group of guys who are within the age range, 18 to 29, very specific to the mission, which is, I, as someone who is a young gay man, sort of can relate or can convey the message that safer sex is important, that building a community is important, that being supportive of one another is important, is the key to, I think, our success. Without it being peer-based, if it were an outside force coming in and trying to impose these restrictions or rules on us or to change our norm, I don't think would be nearly as effective. But because we're able to empower, in one way or another, young men, young gay and bisexual men to act to protect ourselves, that's why we're successful. I'm going to get the giggles.
Okay, and say the word act for me.
Act.
Good. Okay, what's it like at a really good core group meeting? What's the feeling?
The core group is an interesting thing. We found that actually the most productive core group meetings are those that are the excitement level's really high and the energy is really pumped and there's conversation going back and forth. We, as coordinators, try not to extinguish that. There's a certain amount of control in trying to make sure that all the ideas that are presented, because they're fabulous ideas, are presented, are recorded, but try not to stunt it in any way, the imagination or the creativity of the people who are sharing. So that's what it feels like. It's very excited. Crosstalk conversation can be a little frustrating at times, but we found that they are generally the most productive.
Okay. Well, what's it like for you personally? You're part of this project and you see the effects of it. What does it feel like to you to be part of something that's working?
It's an amazing feeling. When I had the opportunity to become a part of it, it just happened to come into my life at a time when I knew that I was missing community. And it was an opportunity for me to really become active in producing a community.